back from Fargo, North Dakota, Sweet Shots, St. Andrews, St. Augusta, holy cow. St. Andrews room. Nice temperature controlled. Lucas Johnson alongside Chuck Johnson and Mark Johnson. Back for episode 11. Guys, we missed a big milestone in episode 10 last week. We just brushed right over it. So
that was the 10th?
That was the 10th episode.
Oh.
So we made it to double digits. Thanks to all those listening, following along, sticking with us. Now we're at 11.
At what point do we do best of?
Well, actually, we were talking about Kylie, with our marketing gal, and we were talking about it. And if we do seasons, make them 18-episode seasons, just like an 18-hole round of golf.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, we could probably do best of.
I like that.
So we're on the back nine.
We're on the back nine. We're going to find the zone here in the back nine.
I like it.
Make some birdies coming in. We got just trying to line up some guests. We got some good ones coming down the pipe. But really, I think today's got to be our big celebration of hitting double digits, even though we're a week late. But 11, this has been a fun time with you guys. I think we've got plenty more lined up. But
is it an accomplishment though? Because like we could just do this. There's nobody says we can't do it. So it's not like we're overcoming great obstacles to produce the 11th show.
I don't know, having to work with both you guys is
work with us.
Great
He's doing all the work setting stuff up, but for real, I mean, we could go, hey, let's record 12 tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you could.
I mean, it's a shallow pat on the back, but
I'll take all the pats on the back I can get. It doesn't matter to me.
LJ's doing all the heavy lifting.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
We just basically come, sit down, put these on, and let's go.
Let's go.
There you go.
But I guess that it's our 11th consecutive week, right?
Yep.
Did we skip 1 week?
We did. We did skip it when we were in Florida.
Florida, you were competing.
Yeah.
I was ready. I should have done one on my own. Just
the Chuck Johnson show.
Chuck cast. Just me.
The Chuck cast.
Asking myself questions.
Actually, we should have done it from the PGA Golf Club patio. They got to know us pretty well, overlooking the 18th hole.
Yeah.
Was there a bar nearby?
Mm-hmm.
That was very nearby. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we should have packed this stuff up and done it from there.
We could have phoned in too, but having Chuck set up, that could have been the real challenge.
I did it last week.
That's true. Yes, you did.
He's an IT guy.
I did it last
true.
week. I had us ready.
Yeah, IT guy. Could have. Yeah, we missed the ball on that one. So we did miss 1 week, but we're back 11th week. Christmas week already too.
Yeah.
Think about it. We got Christmas on Sunday, Christmas Eve Saturday.
That's right. Big week.
This is a big week.
It's come up quick. You guys got your shopping done? You guys ready?
No.
I'm not done. I thrive this week.
Me too. I start tonight.
You talk about this zone. This is the zone for Christmas shopping.
I think most guys probably operate the way we do, and if they say they don't, I think they're fibbing.
I think you're right.
I agree. I'm the same way. Probably because I grew up in the same house as you, so I probably made a couple of runs with you growing up. I will say that the top spot for me to go in like crunch time, Menards.
Yeah, you learned that move from me.
I did. That's a great spot.
You can wander the halls there, and stuff just jumps out at you. It's like, well, this will be perfect for the. Oh yeah. It's the variable speed, battery operated drill for my daughter.
Oh yeah. What daughter doesn't want that?
Little stocking stuffer there. For
well, I mean, if it sits and accumulates dust, I can use it later.
Right.
I remember we had our family Christmas Eve. Your extended family, Mark, you do the white elephant gifts, and men's and women's
extended family. Would this be my extended as well?
Well, yeah, your cousins, but you don't show up to that.
You're never there, so
never been invited. How long have you been doing this?
1972.
But it was you made the Menards run, and you came back with a big box of boot warmers, and you just started hunting pheasants. So you were walking through fields, boot warmers. You walk through the door with your men's gift. You go, look what I got. This is awesome. And I was shaking because earlier that day I had gone to Menards and bought Mark the exact same thing for him.
Boot warmers.
That's a great invention.
It's awesome.
I need some. You got any extra?
Menards?
No, Menards.
Okay. Check Menards.
Are they a sponsor of our show?
They should be.
Could be.
Well, did you guys? I went full Amazon for
Did
3
you?
Christmases where I didn't set foot in a store, and I had everything delivered, and I even paid the little extra to have it wrapped. So I just took it out of the box. Oh yeah, take it out of the box and throw it under the tree. And my wife's like, "You're ridiculous." No, I was just being savvy.
That's how you did it.
I did it for 2 Christmases. Now,
how about this one?
My wife would say, "Yeah, you had like 4 gifts to buy," because she does all the shopping. So there's that.
But they enjoy it.
Who?
Our wives, they enjoy
you
it.
Think so?
Well, they're pretty in. My wife's pretty into it. Pam's pretty into it. When
Yeah, I think Cassie got that, or my sister, your daughter.
Yeah, they're
she
pretty
got that
into
same. It. Yeah, they're. She had all those presents wrapped like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I mean, Christmas is great. I love it, but I don't need to be in the fray.
Yeah.
On Black Friday, is that what they called it?
Yeah, you don't need to be on the front lines.
No, but this week now,
Stiff
you pick your shots. You go out there, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm. You got your list. You got a list.
I've got a mental list.
Mental list.
I'm the same way. I got a mental.
You got to
list.
write it down.
Yeah. No, I'm ready to go. Matter of fact,
that's a
at
paper
some point,
trail. Someone's gonna find that
on your phone. There's this things called lists on your phone, for crying out loud, LJ.
So I'll finish the next 2 days. I'll be ready.
Am I on your list?
Mm-mm.
Your favorite brother's not on your list?
Maybe if you show up to the Johnson extended Christmas,
Yeah.
get in on the men's gift.
Hey, you guys are going to be at the house for Christmas Day.
Yep. Yeah, we're coming over. That'll be good.
We'll play some cards, have some beverages.
I remember last year the big winner. We had a family poker night. You remember that? Who the bigger winner was?
Yeah, I do.
This guy right here, Lucas Johnson, walked out of there with all the quarters.
That'll be good. All the quarters. All right. So yeah, holiday week, fun week.
Hope everybody's out there. If you're traveling, make it to your destination.
Yeah,
slow down,
safe.
do what you got to
Yep.
do. It's winter, and
God,
it's a
it's just
challenge.
crazy.
It's a real deal. This winter's the real deal.
It's challenging us.
I think currently here it's -10 below zero, and that's raw temperature. That's not what it feels like. Gents, any guess what it is in Antarctica at the moment?
Well, I know because I overheard.
Oh yeah, you were snooping.
Antarctica.
Antarctica.
Is that in the southern hemisphere?
That is as south as you can go.
Yeah, well, it's summertime there.
So balmy summer.
Right, yeah, but it's a permanent ice.
But I don't care. It's summer.
He's right.
It's summer.
Okay.
They're warmer than we are, I bet.
Yeah, they're at 0 degrees, Antarctica.
Yeah. Usually what happens, and I'm no meteorologist, but when we're super cold here, Alaska frequently be warmer than us. And then when they get super cold, then we're warm.
That
The
jet stream
Calcutta Clipper,
comes down.
as Coach Danny talked about back in the day.
Right.
He's been to Buffalo.
He's been to Buffalo.
He's very familiar with the
Calcutta
Calcutta Clippers.
It comes down.
And it goes
lake
back
effect,
up.
Snow.
Yeah.
Goes back up. Yep. That's when he was a head coach of the Vikings. Was he breaking
And
that
they're
down?
going to Buffalo. They're
Yeah.
going to play Buffalo.
He was familiar with the Calcutta Clippers. It's a classic. But he was a great coach.
Denny was a good coach. Great coach.
Yeah.
Drummer. He could drum too.
That's right.
A drumming coach.
How often does that come in handy on the sidelines?
You never know.
Exceptional timing. So, speaking of Vikes, off on a tangent.
How
How
about
about that?
game?
That's
Oh
a
my
NFL
goodness.
record. 30. They were down 33-0.
33 zip.
Yeah, that is something else.
They sure
It's
know how
amazing.
to just push it to the limits every week.
What would that be equivalent to in golf? What would that comeback be like?
Well, it'd have to be a match play scenario.
Would it?
Yeah.
Well,
Would it?
you could talk 2 scenarios. So let's say 9-hole match. You'd have to be down. I don't know.
I'm thinking 18.
No,
I
I'm
know.
saying after 9. So
After 9, you're
halftime.
down
Right. Yeah.
Halftime's 33-0.
I think you're
After
dormy.
9 holes.
I think it's your dormy.
Well, no,
Or
you wouldn't be dormy.
The other guy's dormy
Yeah.
because that's
Yeah.
how that works. But yeah, you'd be 9 down after 9.
Nope, because you got
No.
to end. Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
So you lost
9
the
after-
first 9 holes. That's
9
what we
after
think
9.
it's equivalent to in golf. You just lost the first 9 and then just something, a little
Win, win,
spark.
win.
At the turn, you had a
win.
Snickers and a beer, and you're like, game on, let's go. And then
Yep.
it's just,
And maybe you chip in, on 10.
You get a few things to go your way, and all of a sudden you're
yep.
like, yeah.
Your opponent
Okay.
snaps one out of bounds on 11.
Mhm.
It's like, geez, I just won 2 in a row. Then the next hole, maybe it's just a routine par and he makes bogey because he's still shook from, and he doesn't care because he's 9 up with 9 to play.
All you got to do is tie you.
Right. If you
one
play
hole,
match
he's
play
just
out
gotta
there.
tie
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
He's just got to stop you once. And, you bring him to extra holes. And I forget what. They didn't score right away in overtime. It was just a field goal to win it.
Right.
Yeah.
So back to this golf deal. So at what point, if you were 9 up with 9 to play, at what point are you going, golly, I could lose this match? If you're the guy that was 9 up with 9 holes to play,
I could lose this match.
Not
like you went
not
like,
the
there's
first
no
hole.
way I will win this match. I'm going to win. And
I
then
think about 16.
You're thinking you're going to lose the match with 3 holes to play?
Well,
and
I'm
you're
thinking,
still 3
this is
up?
real. He's won the first 5 or 6 on me. Yeah. Now I'm kind of like,
now you're
this
hitting
is hitting
shots
me.
you shouldn't have hit.
now I got to close this out. I got to close them out in the last 3 holes. All I got to do
think
is
so.
tie a hole and I win.
Well, how about you, LJ? You seem pretty confident.
Well, if I'm 9 up, I'd probably fight it till 18, and then it's like going to extras. It's like, what? I would be genuinely. Well, I'd start getting concerned 5 holes in.
That was the question.
Yeah, I'm
When
saying
you start
5.
going, okay, I was winning this.
Yes.
Like I already had 1 foot back in the clubhouse because this thing is over. I can't believe this guy's even.
You're hoping to get back by lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if all of a sudden you've lost 5 holes in a row, it's hitting me. Like, what happened?
So that's what it's equivalent. We think this Vikings win, comeback win, it would be equivalent to being 9 down after 9, coming back, forcing extra holes, and winning that thing in a match play event.
Ugh, I think so.
That puts it in perspective.
It does. Yeah, very much does. I was here in the building, here being Sweet Shots. So the word's out that I must be bad mojo watching a Vikings game because anytime I'd walk in the lounge, our staff would yell at me to get out of here. Get out of here. We're coming back. Get out. So I'd have to keep doing. I got so many steps that day for just meandering around the building.
I was the same way. I was building beer baths for events.
You didn't even need to. But he was getting it ready. The lounge was they had the skull chant going there at the end.
Yeah. There's some good video from some of the staff. That was good. I mean, shout out to Darren, one of our bartenders here.
Yeah.
Never gave up.
He didn't.
Same with Greg, another bartender. Those 2 guys might be the most ride or die Vikings fans I know. And it was 33-0, and they didn't give up. I mean, good for those guys.
There's still a chance.
How many people do you think left U.S. Bank and didn't see the end?
I wonder. That's a good question. A friend of mine used the tickets that I have. I haven't had a chance to talk to him and ask that question. I mean, did a third of the fan base leave?
Yeah, it didn't sound like it. When we were listening to the audio, and it was 3rd down when they were, I think they were still down like 36-7. Sounded like there's a good amount of people still there. Yep. Why? I don't know. I would have been very tempted to pack it up.
Well, and that was an epic comeback despite the reffing.
Yeah.
The reffing didn't help them at all.
It was just a tough week for refs in general. Every game, I think there was some really bad calls.
Okay, so how about in stroke play? So a guy, maybe put it in the perspective now. You're leading a tournament by how many strokes, and you go on to not win that tournament. So now you put yourself in the case of the quarterback for the Indy. Matt Ryan. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's leading this tournament 33-0. What would that be equivalent to in a stroke play event to end up losing that tournament?
Well, it'd be like a 5 to 7 shot lead.
Oh, I was going to say bigger. I was going to say at the turn you're up 10.
Well, but I was going by the sense of it was they're trying to score 5 touchdowns. So a guy needs 5 birdies. He needs to go 5 under, no bogeys, to catch the leader.
You can do that pretty easy.
Yeah,
a good player.
5 birdies and 9 holes.
Well, it'd be a combo platter. I think you'd have to have Matt Ryan make 5 bogey. Like he's just on fire. I mean, the guy's like 26 under par, and he's leading by 7, 8, and then he goes off and makes he makes 5 bogeys in the last 9 holes, and somebody else makes 6 birdies in their last 9, and it just converges in a stroke play event, like a 12-stroke swing.
Basically, shoots 40, and the other guy shoots 32.
Have you guys seen the like NFL analytics graphs of win probabilities?
Yes.
Aren't those just the funniest thing? Yeah. I mean, it seems like every week there's some that it just heart attack on there and then it falls to the winner. Vikes seem to be on the winning end of those recently. But.
Well, and I was listening late night to a odds guy from Vegas, and they were going over the games for this past weekend, and they got to the Vikes and what had happened in that game, and he just said the fan base, the Minnesota Vikings fan base, are going to be pretty disappointed come playoff time because this is all smoke and mirrors. 10-0 and one score games. Yeah. Everything has gone their way all year. The games they've lost, they've been just blown out.
Yeah.
Other than Detroit was competitive.
Yeah.
But
I said it during the Colts game. It was like, why is it every time we lose, and this was obviously before the second half, it was like we can't make it close.
No. I don't know.
When we lose.
Yeah. You just can't make it close.
Well, that's over.
That's over.
That trend is over. So
done. It does. It speaks a lot to, 39 points, 36 in one half. When you're down, that's pretty impressive.
Enjoy the season. That's what it comes out to. Because, like you're saying, postseason is
going
to be one and done.
It's entertainment.
It's
entertainment, and I'd rather have them doing what they're doing than not. So just enjoy it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's we lot to unpack in that.
So this time of year,
tangents.
Yeah, this time of year, when the outdoor and you're not coming here to play golf, sweet shots. I tend to find myself getting in front of a TV on the weekends. So there's some good TV between playoff football coming up and now events like, annually, maybe we get into the, what was the father-son tournament? Now it's
the PNC challenge.
PNC, we ready to talk about that?
Yeah, we can. Yep. Yeah, we, it was a good day ago. It is just, it's funny to me in that like some exhibition tournaments were like, why are we even caring about this? It's exhibition. It's not a real tournament. That's a harsh way to say it, but for most of the year you're like, this is exhibition golf, why does it matter? And then this one comes around, or anytime Tiger Woods plays in an exhibition, it's like, this is the greatest thing. It's like Augusta National Masters, and then just underneath it the PNC Championship. It's like stuff like that.
They made a big deal out of it.
They made a huge deal out of it.
Well, the story not only is Tiger, but it's Tiger's son.
Right.
And that poor young man, the media, they are going to hop on this bandwagon. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about the tournament, but I don't know. From what I watched, I think Tiger, I'm sure he's handling him. You hear stories. He's like, yeah, I try and get in his head because if I can't get in his head, then nobody else will be able to get in his head.
Yep.
Is that all going to pay off? It looked like Charlie was monkeying with his golf swing during the round of golf, and he was injured. They were both limping.
They had two good legs between the two of them.
How did Charlie get injured?
Yeah. It sounded like he rolled his ankle practice round.
Like he had an identical limp to his dad.
Yeah.
Like they were limping in tandem. They do the corny at the end of the telecast. Every year they do this. They show the father and son leaning on their putters the same way. And then they show the father and son picking up golf balls at the same time. And it's like, we all lean on our putters. We all pick up a golf ball. If you look like it's
smaller human just happens to look like this larger human.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh, and by the way, they're father-son.
Yeah.
It's just really overplayed by the production company. But anyways, but they were limping in tandem.
Yeah.
I thought
to hop on your point. Social media was like all over Charlie's swing, like everything he did. He picked up a ball, like you're saying, like it was like SportsCenter was tweeting out, Charlie's swing, and then a bunch of emojis and stuff like that. It's like, he's 13 years old, man. He's not like.
The best was they showed him backing off a shot, just like his dad does.
Did he give
he went
a glare? Or?
Yeah, he went to the back of came down and stopped.
No, he did not.
Yes, and they showed video of he and his dad. I think they had this matching shirts on. And
yeah,
they did it.
Yeah,
they both had done it that day, and so they replayed that as just like father like son. So I'm I go back to Jack Nicklaus and his son Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Gary is a fantastic player. It was good young. Gary and I are the same age. I remember reading about him in college, and this is like, okay, he's the heir apparent. He's going to take over where his dad left off. That is not easy to do.
Well, I can't imagine. I imagine Gary played collegiately.
I think he did. I think he went to Ohio State like his dad. I think.
Did he have a stint on the tour?
He did.
Okay.
Yep. Lost in a playoff, I think, in Atlanta at Sugarloaf one year. That's the closest he came to winning.
So he could play. He just couldn't get it to that level.
Fantastic.
Right?
Yeah, fantastic player.
When you have the benchmark level of
Right.
Jack Nicklaus.
Well, I mean, that's your point, right?
Yeah, and then you talk about Tiger Woods benchmark.
Charlie ever going to get
to
that? That's a lot to ask.
It's a lot to ask. He's going to be burdened with all the pressure, everything. Yes, you have some great resources at your disposal. Your dad's arguably the greatest player ever. I don't know. Odds are this kid's just fried by the time he's, out of college. But who knows?
Yeah, it was interesting. I laughed. I saw during the coverage practice round, Tiger took a video of Charlie's swing. It looked like they were working on it.
Yeah.
And Tiger was over there, and it wasn't like his best shot, Charlie's best swing, but he's doing, he's showing Charlie's swing, backing it up, all this stuff. And Tiger's going, yes, I love it. That's a great position. That's awesome. And Charlie hates it. So it must have been just the wrong feeling for him, like a different feeling. And it just brought me back to when you and I worked on my swing, Mark, and it was just like you would be like, yes, that's correct. And me being a stubborn teenager, it's like, no, that feels terrible. I don't want to do that, And I just got thrown back into that relationship between a father swing coach and a son player, and trying to navigate that. And then on top of that, having your father swing coach be, and obviously Tiger's not his swing coach, but having your father be Tiger Woods.
It's going to be a lot for this young man to handle, but he's obviously talented. He's getting stronger, so he's hitting the ball further.
Yep. Yeah.
He's 13?
13. Yeah.
I think I saw he was carrying it 275.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
For real?
I saw, yeah. People, I think it was, their top tracer stuff on the TV.
270.
He made a lash.
Is he committed to Stanford already?
He's committed to wherever he wants. I don't know if you know this, but his dad's Tiger Woods.
Yeah. Okay.
He might just skip college, go straight to the pros.
Can you do that?
But that's my thing, too, is if he's the greatest next player, right? Young generation, shouldn't he be winning everything right now?
Yeah, well, that's my point is I guarantee you at 13, there's 300 kids that are better players than he is right now.
You think 300?
100.
In the world or in the U.S.?
I was thinking just in the U.S.
Yeah.
For sure there's 100 because there's 100 13-year-olds that are 50 pounds heavier than he is that are bombing it and that shoot lights out. There are so many young people that can play this game and play it well.
Yeah, and then you look at not only the technology, but then, like you were saying, 50 pounds heavier, if you're getting a workout regimen in there where you're putting on pounds, because distance is it. That's where golf's going. And like you said, Charlie's a tremendous golfer. He makes a great move at the ball. But I just don't think that he's it.
I don't know. Yeah. Time's going to tell.
We'll see.
But you can't duplicate Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is
that's a whole different animal.
So where did those guys end up in this weekend?
Yeah.
So I tell you what, here's what we're going to do. So we don't have another technology mishap like we did last week because we're switching over to a camera style instead of a phone. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to take a quick break, just kind of wrap up the first half of the show. Quick break, get back at it with the second half. So we'll be right back.
This segment brought to you by Sweet Shots. It's your one-stop shop for all things entertainment, from family to corporate. Couples night, date night, it's all here. Indoor sims, putting, golf equipment, you name it, we've got it. Stop by. It's all yours.
Sweet Shots.
Sweet Shots.
There you go. There's our first ever attempt at an
That's pretty good.
In-program ad.
That was an improv.
Yeah, it was.
I liked it.
We decided right before coming back we were going to give something like that a try. So, come on down to Sweet Shots. One-stop shop. We're nice and warm over here. You got all the heaters cranked and the indoor sims for guys not looking to be outside, some full swings. And Dave Booth and I have been putting in the work on those sims. I think they're probably the most accurate sims in town now.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Each one of those we've had to go through and hand calibrate. It takes 2 hours to calibrate those with all the technology they got in there.
So it's Tiger's sim, right? I mean,
It
he's
is,
on
yeah.
the picture of
Yep.
it. Do you suppose Tiger, does he calibrate his own sims, or
No
does he
way.
have people come and do that?
There's just no way.
Lucas, no way. Charlie does it.
Charlie,
Earn your keep, kid.
when he's not icing his ankle, he's recalibrating
Right.
the sim.
Yeah, and I don't know if we did. You kind of touched on it with his injury. They limped the exact same. I think that's the other thing. Not to jump too far back, but I think he was milking that injury a little bit. That's unsubstantiated. There's no evidence to that.
Boy. We're never getting the woods on our show.
No,
No,
not
Tiger's-
anymore.
Not a chance.
But I think he was milking it a little bit with all the camera. Give him an excuse.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy to find an excuse.
But Tiger did have a great line, and you used this with me growing up too. Was there's a difference between injured and pain. You can play through pain, but if you're injured, you're not playing.
Yeah, being hurt and being injured, or
Yep.
having some pain or being injured. You got to understand the difference. That was maybe more so in hockey than golf, but
Yeah, that was tiny in hockey. I had
So
to learn
this-
that the hard way.
so this event we talked about it. It's not a major, but I think if you're a father-son combo like the Sings, VJ's
Yeah.
been grinding in this event for a
16
long
years.
time.
Is this the first time they've ever won it?
Yeah,
Yes,
16
Good for
years.
them.
this meant a lot to them. Probably as much as the state championship would have meant to Hoagie. Had he
Wow.
won that. We're just singing.
Oh,
it.
he's catching
Oh,
strays.
wow.
So
Jeez.
the Sings, this meant a lot to them, and so I was actually happy to see them get that done. His son it's Cass. He wasn't great all the time, but at times he was really good. He hit some really nice shots at times, and other times, I mean, it was what you'd expect.
Amateur golf.
And I don't know his level. Did he play college golf, or what his deal is?
I haven't
Cass's
seen.
deal?
I know. All I know from him right now is that he's an insurance agent. He's
So
30,
he's playing a ton of golf.
32 and working in insurance.
Yeah, so he's playing more golf than golf pros. So
Well, that's true.
good for him.
How old is VJ?
59.
59. I was thinking older than that. That guy was really, really good.
So they shot VJ's age. That
Twice.
last day. Twice.
59. I think he's 59.
okay.
Also a tournament record.
No, maybe he's older.
They're the first duo in history to shoot 2 sub-60 rounds in scramble format.
Good for them.
And that golf course, I know they're 59 is amazing. So they used to hold the Buick Scramble there. The old
Oh yeah,
Oldsmobiles.
you used to
Those
go
are the
down
hammer.
and play in it.
So
Yeah.
Mike Hagan was our assistant professional at Meadows,
Yep.
and he played that. That's where the gross teams played. I qualified with the net teams. We went to the Orlando or the Disney courses, and there were 5-person teams not shooting 59.
Wow.
On that golf course.
That's good.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So the Sings win. Last year's champions, the defending champions, the Dailies.
Dailies, JD2, JD1. They're fun to watch. I saw like John Daly, senior. I think the last day shows up like 15 minutes before his tee time. No putts, no driving range. Straight to the first tee. Ready to give it a go.
He's got a bad knee. He was limping around too.
Are they?
Yeah. He's evidently he's going to have a knee replacement.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's fact.
And then I think the first day he showed up 30 minutes before his tee time, hit like 4 drivers on the range, and then went over to the first tee.
He's a different cat. And Thomas is tied to them for second, and that's interesting because JT's playing with his father.
Yep.
So versus the other way around,
Sure.
right? And his dad's a PGA member. I don't know if he was an instructor. I don't know if he was a traditional head professional at a club,
I think instructor.
but I think they're leaning on JT a lot for the ball striking there.
So I didn't watch any of it, but I see their final round was on 9 under.
Yeah.
Were they leading it coming in then the last day?
No.
They were stroke back. I thought they were tied with Tiger, just back, couple
Yep.
back.
I think they were a couple back going in because I think the Dailies weren't. They made a run the last day.
They shot 59 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I forget who was leading.
And then there's this Patty, the Harringtons, and
Yep.
fourth.
Yeah. And then you had the Cordas. That her dad's the tennis pro.
Peter Corda,
Jeez,
Nelly
good
Corda.
plan.
Yeah.
Well, you skipped over Coochers.
Cooch.
Cooch.
He was playing with.
He actually teed it up this round.
Yeah, he did. He overcame whatever injury he faced. to cost me fantasy money. He, I don't think he was playing with his dad though. Cooch might have been playing with his son.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Cordas, you mentioned. Yep.
Spieth played with his dad.
Yep. They played with the Cordas, and I heard it all week was you got to swing it like Nelly. People love Nelly Corda's swing, which I do. I mean, if you're looking to model a swing, Nelly Corda's swing is about as technically sound as you can get. It is just beautiful to watch, and there's power behind it. So it is really cool to finally see him get some recognition for that.
So it's between her and Sorenstam, was it just the two ladies?
I believe those were because I think the
showing
qualifier to get into that is you have to have won a major, right?
I have no idea.
I think to get the invite into that, you have to win a major.
Oh, that could be. Yeah,
Team Sink. Stuart Sink's won a major.
Oh yeah,
he's won a major, hasn't he?
Furyk? Has Furyk won a major? Yeah, he did. I think he did, didn't he?
PGA.
Wow, you might be right. Price, Leonard.
I saw it somewhere because
sure.
So actually, where I did see it, I saw a joke that someone tweeted at Max Homa, and he's got a funny relationship with Joel Dahman in that they call Joel Dahman Max's dad, as they were throwing jokes back and forth, maybe last year or something like that. And someone commented that they were disappointed that Max Homa didn't get in the tournament with his dad, Joel Dahman. And Max, I think, tweeted back at him saying, well, I would love to be there, but the requirement to get in is that you have had to win a major. Any thoughts on this? And then you take Joel Dahman. And I think Joel said he let him down. Feels bad. He's like, I had a 36-hole lead. Does that count? No, it doesn't. So,
well, I think events like this are great. I don't know. Do more people tune into something like this than tuned into the match?
I think so.
This is good TV.
This is just wholesome content.
Sure. Yeah.
I think to me it's just a nice reminder that like these people have lives outside of playing on the tour. They've got families.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Annika Sorenstam played with her son, the youngest in the field. He was only 11 years old.
He was 11.
Wow. I forget his name.
He made a nice putt on the last hole. I remember. Little lefty.
He would walk in putts when they were 3 feet out.
Yeah. Love it.
Kids got
putt
swagger.
like you're a kid.
Yeah.
Putt like you're a little kid.
He was very good. And it's great to watch all these
Your guy
families.
Trevino played.
See that? My guy.
He snuck one up on the 18th hole in 2 from a long ways out.
Did he?
Yeah. He rolled one up there.
He's fun to watch. It's
not a bad showing by the Trevinos. They're ahead of Lehman, tied with Lehman. Faldo. Wow.
And we touched on it last week. Lehman was playing with his younger, not Thomas.
Sean, I think.
Sean?
Yeah.
Sean Lehman. So.
And I don't know if Sean's the one that was playing at Village Green about 4 years ago in a Minnesota Junior Tour event. And the story goes, Russ Nelson's in the golf shop, and it's early in the morning. And kids are on the driving range warming up. And he said there was a mom that came in the golf shop, and she had like a bowl, like a dish, a bowl. And she was looking around, and Russ was visiting with another mom at the counter. And they were talking about she had just gone and watched the tour event in the cities.
The 3M?
It might have been the senior event at that time, 4 or 5 years ago.
Before they moved it.
And he's like, oh, who'd you watch? And she said, well, I watched Tom Lehman. I just think he's the sexiest guy in the world, sexiest guy alive. And the other gal that was walking with what looked like a old bowl of some type, like her head just snaps. And Russ says, I can see this gal just looking at us. And she goes into the restroom, and Russ finishes visiting with this other gal, blah, 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 and exchange pleasantries. And then this gal comes out of the restroom, and Russ realizes it's Tom Lehman's wife.
No.
And she just overheard this woman talk about why she
conversation.
wanted to watch Tom Lehman.
Oh, wow.
I just think he's dreamy, or whatever it was. Might not have been the sexiest man alive, but
wow.
I think he's just really good looking, and I'm going to watch him. And so Tom's wife was there bringing their other son at the time, who was playing a Minnesota PGA Junior Tour event at Village Green. She drove him from Alexandra, where I think they spend some time in the summer still.
Sure.
And so Russ got a pretty good kick out of that.
What was the bowl about?
It was Russ.
I'm more intrigued about what's the bowl about.
That's the question.
He said, he thought that, it was water for their dog. She needed to get some water. The dog was in the car.
I was envisioning like a big salad bowl.
Me too.
Like a tray. No, it's a little.
I thought maybe Tom won a tournament and he got this porcelain bowl and they brought it with them to intimidate the other players.
No, but they have had the British Open trophy. Yeah. The cup has been at Village Green, courtesy of Tom Lehman.
Oh, no, really?
Yep. Through Larry Montpleasure, Tom's very good buddy. Larry's wife, that is now deceased, was a classmate or very good friend with Tom Lehman and Alexandria.
So the claret jug?
The claret jug.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It's been in Village.
It's been in the clubhouse at Village Green.
Is that right?
That's fantastic.
That's
fantastic. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So anyways, there's a story about Tom
I remember when Matt Cullen won the Stanley Cup with the Hurricanes, and the Stanley Cup got to come back to Moorhead. I was playing junior hockey over there, or the youth hockey.
Yep.
And, the whole deal is you never touch the Stanley Cup or you're never going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like hardcore. I was at the age where I was super susceptible to that, where it was just like, you never do it. Right. Well, me knowing that I'm probably never going to do anything with hockey, I was like, I could touch it. That's fine. But I also didn't want to give it away in front of my friends. And so the picture that I still have with Matt Cullen next to the Stanley Cup, if you look, my right pinky is out of my jersey and touching the Stanley Cup.
You did not.
Yeah.
Sneaky touch.
Yep, sneaky touch. My right pinky.
I remember that. I think both boys got their photo in there too. For sure, Nick did.
Yeah. No, that was a fun time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It was sitting on one of my dressers at home for the longest time. And yeah, it's just a sneaky touch onto the.
It's kind of like the horns up you did during a UND hockey game too. You're very sneaky in some of these pictures with what you're doing with. He did a horns sideways during at a hockey game. Anyways, so
yeah, you got to keep representing. You can't be letting too many people know you switch sides or anything like that. Yep. So, so probably never going to win the Stanley Cup, but
not now.
But you touched it.
Now that I touched it, not now. But
so great event.
Yeah,
I hope they continues. I think the players will probably get better and better. These younger guys are winning majors, and they'll figure something out with their dads or these other guys that have won. Their kids are going to get better and better.
Well, and that's it too. You got Justin Thomas I think do they have a kid now?
Sure.
Oh, I have no idea.
I'm sure.
Either way.
Justin Thomas?
I don't know if he has
a kid. He doesn't have kids. I thought you were thinking
Jordan Spieth does.
Justin Leonard. Yeah.
Jordan Spieth does. You wait a couple of years. I mean, if Annika's 11-year-old's playing in it.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of years down the road, now all of a sudden Jordan's going to be playing with his kid, and that's going to be weird.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be the first star that I know that's
I bet someday
old, but
Tiger and Charlie are going to win this by 10. Someday. Don't you think? In a scramble format?
Maybe.
He was bombing it. Tiger was bombing it. He still got it. He just can't walk.
Yeah, his numbers were like he was out driving JT.
Yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So. Yeah. I just because I was looking at a picture of VJ, I did a book report on him in second grade. He must have just won a tournament or something like that. But a fun fact was where he grew up, which I forget where it is, but he grew up
Fuji.
Yeah, actually, Fuji.
I didn't do the book report.
Fiji.
There you go. Fiji.
Or what did I say?
Fuji.
That's water, isn't it?
No, Fiji water, but the water comes from the island of Fiji.
What the heck's Fuji?
Isn't that a volcano in Japan?
No, I meant Fiji.
Okay.
Fiji. Anyways.
Fiji. And he grew up, they didn't have a lot of money. His dad worked at the airport on the island. And so to practice golf, he grabbed a stick shaped like a golf club and unripe coconuts about the size of a golf ball and would hit them down the runway.
Is that a fact?
That was his driving range.
Heard that.
Yeah, it worked out for him.
I'd say.
So no excuses.
It's hard. He has zip for personality.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just show a little appreciation to people on the golf course when they clap for you because you hit a little white ball in a cup. Yeah. I mean, and they're paying your salary. Yeah. Just maybe give us a wave every once in a while.
Yeah, that's fair.
We tried to.
Did he wave at all this week?
I don't.
Tip a hat?
He wears a visor.
Did he tip the visor?
I don't know. He strangely enough, he had two visor guys in the same final group. Bernard Langer's a visor guy.
Yeah.
That's old school. That's old school. Bernard, that guy keeps doing it. I mean, he is a machine.
He defies time, all concept of time.
He does.
This German guy.
Because how old is he now?
I don't know. He's
70.
We could look that up, but
yeah,
God, he's in great shape.
He's probably got better odds at the Masters than a third of the field.
Well, he made the cut.
I know.
2 years ago, didn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, and he's hitting hybrids into those greens,
yeah.
which the Masters, that's the other topic that we need to touch on. This is breaking news today.
Yeah.
As we're recording this.
Bernard Langer is 65 years old.
65.
Just a young one.
He's a spring chicken.
Okay, so Masters.
Back into the Masters.
News. You want to break the news?
Yeah, so just breaking right as we sat down here on Thursday afternoon, but
Tuesday
afternoon. That's what I said. But Augusta National is going to allow 16 LIV golfers to play in the Masters tournament. 16 of them, and it is all based on the Masters tournament previous criteria. So they didn't switch any of the criteria. They were just going based off of, and I believe it's past champions and world golf standings.
Yep, they're normal rankings. How you can get in. So, a couple of people that I talked to, they're like, "Well, how can the Masters do that? The PGA Tour, they've got a frown on that." We have to remember, Augusta can do whatever they want to do. Yeah, they are not affiliated with any tour.
Yeah,
they
do their own deal.
This is their own deal. They've earned that right.
That's fair.
Yep, 16. So you've got past champions: Sergio Garcia, Dustin Johnson, Phil Mickelson, Patrick Reed, Charles Schwartzel, and Bubba Watson. You've got major winners: Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, Cam Smith, and then the remaining are top 50 in the world: Abraham Ancer, Taylor Gooch, Jason Kokrak, Kevin Na, Joaquin Niemann, Louis Oosthuizen, and Harold Varner III.
Okay. So did they keep the cap at the total number of entries in? Is that the idea? So there's not more entries into the Masters?
No,
correct.
same.
It's the same. Yep, it's the
16
same.
of which are LIV players.
Yep.
I got it.
Business as normal for Augusta.
Okay.
You want me to read that quote?
Yeah, if you got it pulled up.
This is what I love about Augusta. They're so eloquent with how they communicate.
You love eloquent.
Well, I mean, they're pointed and eloquent. I should say they're pointed and eloquent. So who's Fred Ridley? Fred,
is he president or
he's the president of Augusta?
President of
Chairman.
Augusta.
He's the chairman of Augusta National.
Okay.
Very prim and proper. Here's what he says, quote, "Regrettably, recent actions have divided men's professional golf by diminishing the virtues of the game and the meaningful legacies of those who built it." I mean, that's a heck of a first sentence.
Sure is.
Although we are disappointed in these developments, our focus is to honor the tradition of bringing together a preeminent field of golfers this coming April. So that's our mission. We just want to bring the best golfers together.
Get the best of the best at the majors.
Therefore, as invitations are sent this week, we will invite those eligible under our current criteria to compete in the 2023 Masters tournament. As we have said in the past, we look at every aspect of the tournament each year, and any modifications or changes to invitation criteria for future tournaments will be announced in April. We have reached a seminal point in the history of our sport. At Augusta National, we have faith that golf, which has overcome many challenges through the years, will endure again. There you go. Well written.
You said it. Yeah, that's very eloquent. But also that first line really sets the tone, where Augusta almost seems like, I don't know if parent is the right word, but of like, it's too big of a deal, guys. Like, why are you guys driving this stake through the heart of golf?
They're really splitting it.
Right.
Yeah.
And they just come clean with it, regrettably. Like, to start out with regrettably, you know? Like, it makes you think, was it all worth it? Regrettably.
Well, but folks at Augusta, they might not have the same reality as real people.
No, more than likely not.
They don't have to make a decision based on money.
No.
Right. They do probably have the best event in all of golf.
For sure, the most viewed. I mean, you look at just the accessibility of it. I think the Masters app, which downloading in April is a tradition unlike any other. You keep it for a week. But I think it is one of the best apps on the App Store.
Pretty good.
It's so user-friendly. It shows you every shot. I mean, watching Tom Hoagie last year.
Featured groups.
I mean, they don't even have to be in featured groups. You can click on the name and click on any shot, whether it's
or live at the range.
Yep. Everything.
If you could somehow order a pimento sandwich though and have it delivered through the app.
Yes.
Pimento sandwich in a Klondike bar.
I mean, now you're talking. I agree with you. It's a fantastic app, but when they can start pulling off,
I love it. At that price too. Remember?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like turkey sandwich, a Snickers,
$2.50.
2 beers, and a whatever it was, and it was like $3.
Not for all of that, but
it was pretty damn close.
It was pretty cheap. We were stumbling over each other trying to buy lunch. Because you could walk up there with a $20 bill and you'd be,
I got it.
Yeah. Then you go into the merchandise tent or the merchandise building.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can't walk in there for $20.
Right.
An Augusta tea is $20.
Well, and that's where Augusta licensed material you can only buy at Augusta National.
Yeah.
Official Masters.
Is that
gear.
the fact,
Yep.
LJ?
You can buy it secondhand from people that got it there, but you can't just go online and type in masters.com and then buy the stuff. You can only buy it there, right?
Chuck's got a guy.
Chuck's got a guy.
Dear friend from China. He can set me up.
Right. Yeah,
he had a fast track to jerseys back in the day.
Oh, I still do. But I just
still
don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You want a jersey, LJ? No guarantee it's going to be the right color or the right name on it.
It'll be a jersey.
It'll be a jersey.
Or ordering the Roger Maris and
big shirt.
Hate the Yankees, but we wanted the Maris for bartending. Have you heard this? So I ordered us a couple jerseys. Jersey showed. Not Maris.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Jeter. It's the last thing I wanted.
Jeter.
As a Twins fan.
Oh my God.
Jeter is a terrible shortstop.
Overrated.
Oh,
I think I gave it to my brother-in-law for Christmas.
It's a good thing we're running out of time on this one.
All Yankees are overrated.
Judge.
No, it's the episode. That's the Black Swan episode.
It is the Black Swan.
Yes, that's what I was going with.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jeter's overrated.
We have to break down that episode someday on a podcast.
That will. Yeah, that's for those that watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, you'll understand it. It's a big golf episode. Larry David. I think it's one of the best episodes in TV.
It's pretty funny.
It's just out there. There's so many lines. It's just good. We quote it all the time. But
that's where I went with the Jeter deal.
Yep,
I think he was a fine player. But in the episode,
it's
pivotal to the story.
Yep. Yeah, it's I mean, jumping back to the Masters deal, not to get into the weeds too much, but I can see where they're coming from. You want the best in the world. It is a major tournament. You don't want to water down the field just because these guys ran off and made a business decision. Whether morally acceptable or not, that's not what we're here to decide. But I'm intrigued to see it in April because I've heard some of these exhibition events and stuff that they have been out together in the past. There's been some bad blood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting come April. I think everyone kind of holds their breath around here till April because that's when golf season feels like it really starts. When you got the Masters on, I mean, you get the feel in the air. I can't wait for it. I love it.
I hope they start getting that feel a little earlier and come out to Sweet Shots.
Yeah, you get that feel year round here at Sweet Shots.
But you're right. You start a hint of grass April around here.
Something about the azaleas and green grass. Yep. So I think we're going to wrap this one up.
Too early for Masters picks. We're not going there yet. Now that we know the field,
we talked about the Masters picks back when we were in Vegas.
Well, I'm going in a month, so I'm going to need to make some picks.
Yeah, that's true. You'll have to let us know. Tiger Woods odds for the Masters. Picks up his 16th major.
I'm not picking Tiger Woods.
The key would maybe play some wagers before, which I did when I was there in November, but before they start playing, because all of a sudden you get somebody that gets hot in the spring that you knew was going to be hot.
Their odds drop.
Then their odds change. But next show, let's break that down a little bit.
Down. I love it.
Bernard Longer.
Make the cut. That's all we're looking for.
All right.
Yeah, we'll break that down. I'm excited. We're going to start turning a corner, getting some great golf content.
No events this week because of Christmas, right?
Yep. We got Century Tournament of Champions the 5th of January, I believe. So I'll probably get after that one the next next episode as well.
And that's in Hawaii, right?
That is Hawaii.
I tune in.
Me too.
I
That's
love
fun. Hey,
watching
if
that.
any PJ Pro wants a guaranteed win, follow in Hoagie's
We are
footsteps.
still 100%.
We're open.
We
right?
are
We
open.
could
Yep,
squeeze
just
him in.
reach out.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Reach out to Lucas. Probably squeeze him in.
Yep,
we'll get you
sweetshots.com. All my info's on there. So just give us a shout. We'll get you on. Gotta be
And
before you head out. But
we'd be willing to go out to Hawaii, I think.
Yep.
To cover
We could
that
do
one.
that.
Yeah, if we had to on a pinch.
Yep.
It's pretty cool watching Hoagie on Golf Channel last week
I
after the
know.
win and
After
stuff.
the win,
It's like,
yeah.
yeah.
that
Pretty
is
cool.
good. That is good. So yeah, again, any tour pros, reach out. 100% win ratio here. That's going to do it for episode 11, big number episode 11, double digits. Thanks for tuning in.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Yep. Good show, guys. Thanks for bringing your A games.
Yep.
It's really good.
Finally decided to show up today. All right. We'll see you next time, everybody.